but I put the wrong hay. I didn't realize it had all them seeds.
Right.
So it made me work, boy. It made me work bad. Hey everybody, welcome back to Louisiana Homestead. How's everybody doing out there?
I hope y'all doing fine. I'm Miss KK.
And I'm Mr. E.
We're gonna take y'all on a little tour of the garden today and just give y'all a little update so y'all can see what Mr. E's been planting out here. And you can kind of compare to some of the past videos and see how much things have grown. Yeah,
we woke up to some bad weather this morning. It was kind of rough and scary, rain, and they were talking about tennis ball size hail and all kind of stuff. But
tornadoes.
We did a little praying. We got through it, and we hope everybody around here got through it.
Yes,
Miss KK wanted to come see what's going on in the garden. Mr. E been working a lot out here. That bad weather the last few days been coming. Got Mr. E kind of down in the back and the joints, but we creeped around out here, and Miss KK put y'all a video together. We hope y'all like it, and we sure hope y'all all doing good out there. And we love y'all, and we appreciate y'all subscribing and helping us out on our channel. Thank y'all. Y'all go with us and check out some of the stuff we got going on in the garden.
Come on, let's go. Look at these mulberries.
It's always made a jillion of them, but I think it outdid itself this time.
I think so too.
All the limbs they hanging low to the ground.
We woke up, it was thunderstorm and tornado warnings, and electricity went out about 8 o'clock and just came back on at 1:30. Let's see what's left in here.
It looks like a lot, but it ain't compared to what they had. Done planted all the best ones and gave away the best ones, and this is like what's left.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's about 40 tomatoes and 40 pepper plants, roughly, that I got. And this is that area where you did the video on transforming the garden, before and after, I mean.
Yeah.
Still got a few good pepper plants there, but some spares.
So this is all a lot of tomato plants. This is the ones you did when we did that video.
Yeah.
Are you ready to plant?
Yeah, but
you did that row.
I kept doing some more.
And then you went on ahead and kept doing them till you got all your rows filled in. Tomatoes, peppers, tomatoes, peppers, more peppers.
And what I did, the peppers that I want to maybe save some seeds from, like I got 3 jalapenos over there, and I'll save some from that end for some jalapenos because they might get cross-pollinated with some of these other peppers. And where I want to save cayennes and Iberia cayennes, even though I have a few in here, I planted some Iberia cayennes on the end over there and some cayennes right here. So if I save seeds from some of those, it'll be from that end for Iberia cayennes and this end for cayennes.
And what's this?
That is asparagus beans, or some people call them yard long beans.
And you had saved?
It's a snap bean. I saved them seeds.
Okay, they sure coming up good. And I see your cucumbers over here.
Yeah.
I wanted to show that also.
Yeah.
And talk about that, because they came up so good. And these was from saved seeds.
That was from saved seeds, and I planted them thick because I actually didn't have any faith in the seeds, because when I went to plant them, the seeds was, they seemed like they was just dry and flaky and didn't have no substance to them.
So you really didn't think they was going to come up at all?
I didn't think they'd come up at all, and I got a few commercial packs of seeds that aren't hardly coming up. And this is the seeds I saved for cucumbers, and I did the same thing with cushaws. Mr. E's hurting today. It has a lot to do with some of the work I've been doing and this weather system that we had coming in. So I'm not as
that's okay.
Not as active today, but so yeah, the same thing with the cushaw seeds. I didn't have no faith in them. I showed those to you. The cushaw seeds I showed to Miss KK, and Man, those things.
Yeah, let's go look at them.
Okay. The cushaw plants or the seeds?
The plants.
The plants. I didn't have any faith in those seeds at all. So I came back in after I planted them. I said, we better order some because I think the cushaw seeds we saved ain't going to be no good.
And they was very good.
I mean, they was just like a dried. They didn't look like that when I first saved them, but I pulled them out the envelope and they was just like a flaky nothing. And I think every one of them came up.
Okay, let's close this gate just in case.
Yeah, before you leave that area, you could.
Yeah, we'll meet up on the cushaws later. Let's talk about what we got going here.
Well, it's more tomatoes and peppers, and this is a row of commercial cucumber seeds.
Oh, I see one.
Like straight eights and I don't know, munchers. But I planted them the same day that I planted the seeds that I saved from last year.
One.
And I got another one right there, one right there, and one right here. So I'm probably gonna have to spot plant some. There's two or three come up there. But I'll wait a few more days.
Yeah, this rain might make some of them come on up too.
And this is not from seeds I saved. This is actually, I went ahead and put some pole beans. I think Kentucky Wonder, and some kind of like Blue Lake.
Oh,
they coming up. But really, I'm noticing the seeds, the commercial seeds, because those beans were planted the same day I planted the asparagus beans. Huh. The commercial seeds are not coming up as fast as my save seeds. That's a fact. Look at all them. That's the same day.
Yeah, I mean, those look healthy and beautiful and big. They are vigorous looking.
Yeah.
And then this is what? What's all these little
wildflowers
things
and sunflowers. That's going to draw pollinators, and the sunflowers is going to be for extra chicken feed too.
Yeah.
And we're learning how to raise plenty of sunflowers because we got an oil press. You can actually press oil from those. It's a good crop that we can grow. I mean, you can do that with corn and all kind of stuff. But
the sunflowers don't take all that fertilizer.
Right, they're easier for me to raise than corn. I'm experimenting with a lot of stuff. I told folks that before.
Yeah.
But I think we got some bright light cosmos in here that we saved from seed.
Yeah.
Hey, tell everybody, if you remember, a week ago, this was a little fence that we had here originally to grow cucumbers and stuff on, and we had all that bamboo. It was a tunnel right there.
Yep.
But
I see some of your cosmos coming up too.
I took all that tunnel down because we're gonna have shade from some of these plum trees and stuff eventually.
Yeah, it was a tunnel right here.
Those plum trees is on the west side, and so that'll give us a little bit of shade from the southwest, the high thing. But we got what we need shade for. We got a shade house anyway. All right, you want to look at what you want to look at, Mama?
We'll just talk about whatever we come across next.
Well, that was, the rose ain't real pretty because the grass started growing, but I'll get them. But that's all the cushaws that are coming up.
Yeah, them little flat seeds you was talking about a while ago.
Yeah, the seeds wasn't no good, I thought. If you get on the,
them
like right here.
Are coming up like crazy.
I'm going to get the weed and stuff out.
They make some big old pretty leaves.
I mean, you can get right here on the end and you can see kind of.
Oh, yeah, how it marks the row.
But
Let me come see.
The grass is growing too, but them cushaws is going to take over.
All right.
But all them seeds I saved turned out good.
So we got 2 rows of cushaws actually, right?
Yeah.
This one and this one. And then this is some potatoes, just some little small potatoes.
Well, that was some scraps that I had left over, some little bitty small potatoes that was rooting and sprouting that was too little to eat, really. I mean, they was little, you know, they was little potatoes.
Yeah.
Saved over from the freeze and all. And I might do something different this year because I'm learning as I go with stuff. Some of these, it's not going to produce a whole lot that I didn't get to really spend a lot of time planting and chopping up my soil. I may cover some of that with a lot of hay and let it go through the whole season.
Okay.
Because I learned that your potatoes will store good like that. I actually dug some up this year while I was replanting potatoes this year that overwintered and they was in perfect shape.
Okay.
So I saw some people on YouTube talking about that's one way you can store your potatoes to plant again. Let them overwinter, cover them with a lot of hay, and go on about your business. Leave them in the row.
Yeah.
So I planted plenty of potatoes here, and at my son's house. So we should have, I need about 500 pounds to do what I need to do. For us to eat 5 pounds a week, I figured if we ate 5 pounds a week and saved me 100, I didn't forgot, 150 pounds or something to plant, and it'll be plenty. And I should make way more than that.
Okay.
So any excess, I may overwinter them like that. Some of them, like I said, Mr. E, I said that on other videos. Mr. E likes to diversify. I'll store some in the house. I'll store some all kind of different ways. I got storage in the shed, different ways I do it. We might talk about that later down the line.
Yeah.
I don't like to keep all my eggs in one basket with nothing.
Yeah, I noticed that. Even your plants, your little baby plants, you had them in 3 or 4 different places when you was growing them.
Right. Diversify.
We had a good rain this morning here, so we're
and I got some fresh dirt right there.
Mud puddles here.
Time to get the sheep and goats back in here so they'll especially eat those ryegrass seeds out.
Yeah, give them a chance to eat some of that.
Well, they're going to see some progress on this part of the garden for some of the people that hadn't been to Louisiana Homestead on our channel. If they hadn't seen before, they can go back and look what this looked like a few weeks ago. And for some of our viewers, it is familiar. I think this will look a lot different. I still got a little ryegrass to pull, but it don't nearly look like it did. Well, Mama, there's some okra coming up. They don't have quite as much dirt on top of the seeds here, so they came up a little quicker than the rest of the row. But this whole row is going to be okra, if the Heavenly Father lets us.
That's going to be a long row of okra.
See there? It's coming up.
Yep, sure enough.
This is straight neck yellow squash.
Oh yeah, they're pretty.
I got straight neck yellow squash and different variations of seeds I saved from yellow squash planted all the way to that blue barrel. So I'll save seeds from this end.
Oh yeah, all the way on the end where
the other end, on the other side of blue barrel, is zucchini, and I'll save seeds from the furthest end for the zucchini squash.
Gotcha.
And I won't plant no other kind of gourd type cucumber squash or anything like that over here. I got my I'm not gonna plant pumpkins this year. For some reason they don't do quite as good as I remember when I was young, and I do real good with cushaw, is what some people call that, a striped pumpkin.
Yeah.
So,
it makes a pretty big fruit or vegetable, whatever you want to classify it as.
Yeah, that's a good they call that a winter squash type, like a gourd that you can save over the winter. And here's my summer squash. And
it does save well, because you had brought one in the other day, just the other day, that you had saved, and it was still good.
Oh yeah, it was real good. Yeah, them okras is popping up all over. This is gonna be a good row of okra. Oh man, they popped up because they wasn't like this early this morning. Oh yeah.
That rain. Oh yeah, I see them. See several of them.
There's some zucchini squash coming up.
Uh-huh.
Now this year, or I'll say last year, the rows that I wanted to mulch with hay, like the chop and drop rows, no till, keep mulching. I've had pretty much close by us, we're getting some hay from a bahia field that doesn't have any seeds when they make the hay. So I've been having good results. This is what my rows look like from year to year with that bahia hay, because there's no seeds where stuff came up. So I can move stuff and plant like this. Look at that.
Ooh, that dirt looks good.
You can just drop your seeds in there. But what happened last year is I got a hold of some ryegrass hay that had seeds, and that's why I got so much ryegrass like over here this year.
Yeah, and those garlics I see.
So it made Mr. E work real hard this year. I don't try to do the ryegrass thing, but I happen to have ryegrass hay with a lot of seeds. So I'm gonna try to do this. This is what I'm after, is this kind of hay that don't have all that seeds and that bahia hay. And look at this. You don't have to till anything when you have that.
Yeah,
You
that's
dig
some
around, you
good
put your
looking.
seed in the ground and cover it up, you know.
Yeah, it's some good
And
looking
this
dirt.
keeps all the weeds from growing. And that was the goal last year. I mean, this is second year of this. That was the goal last year. But I put the wrong hay. I didn't realize it had all them seeds.
Right.
So it made me work, boy. It made me work bad. It's gonna be good in the long run because that's all gonna rot down and be awesome stuff. But, whoo, Lord, I pulled some ryegrass. I don't want to have to do that next year.
I bet.
So I ain't gonna put no ryegrass hay in here if we got the seeds.
No.
I'm gonna try to get hay from the bahia field and do it.
Yes.
I mean, you can get hay with bahia seeds too, but when it's done right, they get the hay before the bahia seeds come.
Yeah, before it goes into seed.
If anybody watching this video, they can tell Mr. E's hurting because I can't think of what I need to say half the time.
Yeah, I know. Today's a bad day.
Yeah.
All right, let's see what these potatoes are doing.
The wind blew a lot of these potatoes around, and I came this morning, and it wasn't a big deal, but the sun, if you have potatoes that are growing and coming out of the ground where the sun can hit them, you got to cover that up because it'll make them green, and the green's got some toxic stuff to it or something. But this morning I seen some of the Yukon Gold potatoes. I could see big old potatoes at the top of the dirt. It blew the plant around and moved some of the hay and stuff.
Uh-huh.
I didn't forgot where it was, but
you covered it?
I covered it, and
okay.
It was pretty. It told me we making some very good looking potatoes out there.
Yeah.
They starting to flower, to bloom up. You know, some of these potato plants are starting to flower, and when they start doing that, you usually got some pretty good sized potatoes in there.
Yes.
So they're gonna make good this year, I believe.
I hope so.
The plants look good. They kind of look a little rough now because the wind blew them all over, but they're gonna be all right.
Oh yeah, they'll get back into position.
The dogs is in there finding them field mice. I seen where them field mice ate some of my sweet potatoes that I got planted for slips. Look at this, Mama. But I'm gonna get rid of all this ryegrass and get rid of them.
Yeah.
I'm not sure where I saw. Oh yeah, look. This is where field mice. This is my sweet potatoes that I planted for slips, and that I'll plant later to make sweet potatoes. And the field mice came and ate some of the potato itself.
Darn mice.
And them field mice is here because I got so much ryegrass. Because I put.
They can hide in.
Because I put the wrong hay in here last year. They can hide in it. But this is what it's all about, learning.
Yeah.
So, yeah, this ryegrass is rough, boy. So that's what's going on in the garden.
Yeah, I guess that's about the total tour as far as what's growing. Well, guys, that concludes our tour of the garden. I hope you enjoyed it.
Yep, we hope y'all did. I wish I could give away these plants to y'all if y'all needed them, but I can't. We don't know where y'all all at. Y'all stick around if y'all around and y'all know where Mr. E's at. I got some more plants we can give y'all. Y'all stick around. One day we're gonna try to do something on these fig trees. Mr. E can show y'all how we can cut some of these fig trees, the limbs, and propagate them.
Yeah,
it's a little trick to it, but
yeah,
we'll do that on another video.
Yeah, we made some for our son, and we'll show y'all how we did that.
Thank y'all.
Thank y'all. Bye.
Bye-bye.